Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley says he's ready to aid in the confirmation of Pam Bondi's successor, whether that's Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche or somebody else. Joining me now, MS Now congressional reporter Michael Schnell, and Eugene is still here with us. So, Michael, I'll start with you. You have some new reporting. I believe we've heard from the chairman of the Oversight Committee.
Spokesperson for the chairman of the Oversight, for the Republicans on the Oversight Committee. Remember, this is going to be a big question now that Pam Bondi is officially out of the Attorney General role. What is still an unanswered question is what happens with that subpoena for her to appear before the House Oversight Committee. It was voted on back in February, bipartisan vote, 5 Republicans joining Democrats in support of that. And now that she's no longer in the job, a lot of questions of will she still be directed to appear? She's asked to appear on April 14th. So we just heard, as I mentioned, from a spokesperson for the House Oversight Committee who said, quote, since Pam Bondi is no longer Attorney General, Chairman Comer will speak with Republican members and the Department of Justice about the status of the deposition subpoena and confer on next steps. So certainly not a done deal there, that they still believe that the subpoena is live and is enforceable.
Democrats are not likely to agree with that interpretation, huh?
Democrats came out early and said, hey, this thing is still alive. We heard from Robert Garcia. He's the top Democrat on the House Oversight Committee, who just minutes after it was official that Bondi was out, wrote in a statement, quote, she will not escape accountability and remains legally obligated to appear before our committee under oath. She must answer for her mishandling of the Epstein files and the special treatment she has given Ghislaine Maxwell. So we're going to have to see how that pans out. But I will note, it's not just Democrats who believe that she should still appear. It's Republicans as well. Nancy Mace, she was one of the Republicans who signed the discharge petition to force the release of the Epstein files. She was one of the Republicans who voted in favor of this subpoena. She wrote on X just a few minutes ago, Pam Bondi will soon leave her job as the Attorney General. My subpoena still stands. When the Oversight Committee moved to subpoena Bondi, I did it by name, not by or not as the sitting Attorney General of the United States. We're going to have to see how this all pans out. Clearly some conflicting opinions there. Oversight Committee saying it's looking into it, but Democrats and at least one Republican says it's pretty clear cut. This thing still stands.
Eugene, do you get the sense that Republicans are actually sad to see Pam Bondi go? I ask because there have been rumors since the very beginning of this second term, going back to Bongino, and there being rumors about her having tension with him, that there were Republicans, particularly men, who did not like her leadership, who didn't feel that she deserved the job, who didn't like the way she was handling the Epstein files, who are very sensitive to the fact that so many young men in particular who voted for Trump in 2024, this was an issue that mattered to them. And they felt like she was, flopping on it months back. So do you think that sort of privately some of them are celebrating this?
I think probably not, actually, because I think there are probably definitely some celebrations happening. But I also think there are some people who liked to use her as the poster woman for these failed things. Right. Mm-hmm. And over and over again, we heard that, President Trump was souring on her and he was upset with her. And so there's no real downside to being angry and upset with someone that Donald Trump is upset with for Republicans. Now, if Todd Blanche actually gets the job, or Lee Zeldin, they have to restart that, but their feelings are still there about it, right? And so they still are frustrated with everything you just talked about. They're still, especially for those folks in the House who have to run again, they are still worried about how all of this is going to impact the turnout for their elections. Maybe you won't have, folks that voted for them in the past voting for Democrats, the Epstein files, and the strange way in which Bondi and the DOJ has handled this. But maybe it'll make some Republicans stay home. They'll be frustrated, right? And they'll take it out on their members of Congress. And so it is a mixed bag, to say the least. But I think at the end of the day, I was texting with some Democrats, too, who are on those committees. They want to see her in front. And I do think some Republicans are going to want to see her in front, too, because maybe they can move some of the blame off of anyone else who would have that job, start over.